90% of people that comes from abroad are doing a lot of jobs they cannot do here in Nigeria. This is something that I did in Austria. And today, if somebody see me doing this, that person will be like, no, go, don't do this. Why will you do this? But there are a lot of things that you have to know. 90% of people that comes from abroad are doing a lot of jobs they cannot do here in Nigeria. And the reason why they don't do it here in Nigeria is because of the money. Now, if in abroad, if I do this job in abroad and I collect 1,400 euros, yeah? Here in Nigeria, I might not get 500,000 naira a month for this. But abroad, I can do it for 1,700 euros, 1,800 euros, 2,000 euros, which everybody would think that this is huge money. But believe me, it's not that huge as you think. But there's nothing you can do. You must work. Yeah? And if you have to work, like these people that you see here working, they don't have option. They must work. The same thing goes to us when we are in abroad. If you come abroad and you find a job, like I remember when I was looking for this job, let me come, guys. So, should I put it inside? Okay. So, thank you, boy. So that time, guys, I don't even smell this because this is where I'm eating from. You can see how this thing is smelling. If you ask this man will tell you that this thing doesn't smell anything. But right now, if you ask me to do this job, I will say, no, it's smelling. But those days, it doesn't smell. I don't even care about the smelling. What matters for me is the money that I'm making from it. And I just want to share this because when I picked the trash, I wanted to go and throw it. My maid was, no, Oga, let me go and do that. I said, no, you don't need to, because this is a job that I earn from. I did this job when I arrived also in Vienna. I was doing this job as a part-time. They give us 4 hours, 2 times in a week. And I was begging for this job. I was begging to get this job full-time. I never got it. For you to do this job, you have to be an Austrian citizen. That was what they were telling us that time. And I come to also realize that time, the only people doing this job are white people in Austria. The black people doing it are only working part-time. 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007. We are working only 2 times in a week. And it's only 4 hours. And this smell that I'm smelling right now, those days I don't smell it. Because for me, I was pleading, begging, going on my knees just to do this job. And there's no difference between me and these people working right now. The only difference is they choose to do it here in Nigeria, but I choose to do it in abroad. And I choose to do it in abroad because I believe the money is good. But let me be honest with you, if you also change it after paying your bills, you end up with nothing. Of course, they say that, but your skin is glowing, you are eating well, you are doing that well, everything is working for you, you have health care, but you are paying for health care. After paying for all the bills, you end up with nothing. Like these 2 gentlemen working here, they don't care about who is watching them. They don't care about what you say about them. Same thing goes to me when I was doing this job in Vienna. I don't care about what you think about me. What matters for me is the money that I'm making from it. Same thing goes to them. In this life, no matter what you are doing, don't allow what people will say to deprive you from whatever you are doing. Because anywhere you are working from is where God will bless you from. Today, these people might be throwing trash. The way I did 2005, 2006, I was working like this in faraway Vienna, Austria. Not even full-time because I was begging for full-time. I was on my knees. They didn't give me full-time. I was working only 2 times and 4 hours alone in a week. If I couldn't get this one full-time job, if I have to beg, go on my knees just to get this job and I couldn't get it full-time, and today, God has blessed me in another way, so shall it be in your life. No matter what you are doing in this life, no matter what you are doing in this life, as I said, never allow people to define you. Don't allow what people will say to take away your glory. Because believe me, these people that are doing this job, a lot of people will be saying, what kind of job are you doing? They never allow it to go. They never allow it to go. They never allow it to define them. They never allow it to make them to stop their job. Check it out. If they are not doing this, who will do that? No, if they are not cleaning, if they are not packing the trash, who will do that? In this life, everybody has their own destiny. But that does not mean that this is their destiny. No. Because as I said, I did this. That does not mean that this is their destiny. It's just a stepping stone, because everybody in this life have their own, this life is like a ladder. So you climb step by step. There are people who climb so fast. There are people who will climb it one after the other. And there are people who will never climb it because of what people will say. And there are people who are already climbing the ladder. They are already in the middle. And because of what people are saying, they will come down because they believe that this is not for them. Without knowing already, they are already in the middle of it. And there are people who are already there, almost there. Because of what people will say, they come down. And this is how they lost the glory of God. And in this life, you have to also understand that no matter what you are doing, you need to understand that your struggling today is not who you are, and it will never be who you are. It's just a story to tell, like what I'm telling people. A lot of people say, "Well, let's stop talking." Why will I stop talking? I need to share my story so that people will learn from it. There are people who are struggling. There are people who are going through a lot. And when they hear Ugoigle speaking, it heals them. It makes them feel that there is hope. It makes them feel that there is hope where there is no hope. Don't allow what people will say to deprive you your right. But the truth is, nothing good comes so easy. And the grace of God, when it wants to show in your life, it shows like, it shows like child's play. And people who are around you, who don't understand the way of God, is not the way of man, will be seeing you as somebody who is crazy. As I said, 2004, 2005, 2006, I was on my knees begging to work full time for this, but I couldn't get it. What I got was to work 4 hours 2 times in a week. But I was begging, I was on my knees. So what I'm trying to share is this: no matter what you are going through, no matter your situation, no matter how things we are going, no matter how rough things are, just continue what you are doing, because believe me, in this life, no rich man will ever tell you the stories straight. Every rich man has their own story. Unless you inherit the richness from your parents. As I'm saying, the reason why I want to share this, because it reminds me 2004, 2005, when I was begging to work full time and I couldn't get it. You can imagine, I'm begging to work full time and somebody will be laughing at these people. Somebody will be making caricature of people working. And don't forget that if they don't do it, who will do it? In this life, I have my own job, you have your own job. Don't laugh at me because you think that your job is better than mine, because your job might be better than mine today. Tomorrow, my own job will be better than yours. This life is full of mystery, and it's only people who have wisdom will understand that never you laugh at somebody because of the job that he's doing, because that job that you are doing might be 100% better than what he's doing today. But tomorrow, this same person might be the person that you will come to his office and ask for work. And he will look at you and say, I remember you. I remember the time that we are working. I remember when you were on top. I remember what you did to me. But the truth is, no matter what somebody did to you, if you find yourself in a position that you can help, Try to help because it's not your making. It's grace of God that takes you there. And that means that person that you want to, because he did something wrong to you, now you want to punish him because of what he did years back. No, God wants to use you to tell him that what he did was wrong. God wants to use your story to rewrite his own story. God wants to use you to make him understand that what he was doing was so bad. Anyways, guys, I don't want to say much. The only message here is, no matter what your situation is right now, this is not who you are. It's all about time. It takes time. It's a process. When God starts working on your life, just keep pushing. Keep working. Set yourself a goal. Even though if you are working, no matter where you're working, keep pushing hard. When God remembers you, your life will change miraculously. Oh. Wow. Yeah. I was talking about this job because I did it years ago.
I saw everything.
Yeah, I did it years ago. Yes, this is what I'm doing, bro. This is what I'm doing. Because I did it not even, I wanted a full-time, they didn't even give me full-time job. So they gave me 4 hours job. You know, I was on my knee begging for this. Begging to work. Okay. I swear to my living God, brother. So now I can't see the story. So that's why I'm just trying to encourage people. What you are doing today is not who you are. It's just a process. You see, you are a supervisor. From supervisor now, before you know it, zoom. You understand? You may be possibility self that you did like this before being supervisor. Abi? Yes. So this is the life. And people don't know. Thank you so much, bro. I didn't know that you are my fan. Thank you so much, bro.
I do watch your video very well.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah?